Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video where I'm just walking in the nature. I'm just walking in the park right now, enjoying the view and the nature. Look at how beautiful it is. Anyways, I want to quickly talk about how you can use your phone productively with little to no social media presence. So, what are some quick actionable steps that you can do to do that? So, first you can put your phone in grayscale mode, which is basically you put your phone in black and white, and that should be pretty much self-explanatory. So like with no colors, just black and white, you will have less temptations to actually open your phone and go onto the social media apps and scroll down, because it's just not as attractive and exciting as with colors. That's like the same with like any type of media, right? So for example, a you would, if we give you the choice between uh, two types of the same movie, one in black and white and one in color, you would rather watch the one in color, because the one in black and white is just not exciting for our eyes and our brain. So that's one thing you can do. Put your phone in black and white mode. Another thing you can do that's easy is that you can rearrange your apps on your phone. So for example, I rearranged the apps on my phone where I put the ones that I found most productive and not distracting first on my homepage as single icons, and the ones that are distracting or that are in a similar kind of like niche. For example, there's like news, things related to money. I put them in separate folders and regroup uh, the same types of apps together that are not really essential to my work and my productivity. So I put them separately on a separate page in folders. So that's one kind of way you can rearrange your apps to make you use less of your phone and essentially use less of social media. You've probably heard this one most of the time, but you've actually never done it because you're always like self-doubting, and you're always kind of a pussy actually, because you fear like that you're missing out on something. But you can just turn off notifications of the social media apps, and that step alone pretty much resolves 99% of your problems on going on your phone. So yeah, just turn off notifications of the social media apps that you don't need, which is like basically all of them, and you'll find yourself just not open your phone as much. And this goes along with putting the do not disturb mode, which is kind of similar as turning off notifications, but it's like an extra layer of like protection. You can see it like that, and you can also add like exceptions into those apps, so that way you can still receive like important phone calls and messages and stuff. So it's not like completely restrictive of the distracting apps of your phone, and you can still use like the important apps you actually need to. The fifth action you can take is that you can actually like set some blockers. For example, depending on your time, on your location. So for example, I have like blockers set for example, to block Instagram and Reddit when I'm at home, and that I can't open them at home, and I can only open them like outside my house. Or you can add like a blocker to block from a certain time range. So, for example, from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., you select the social media apps and you can't use them during that period, so you don't find yourself scrolling like before night and fuck up your sleep and straight out of bed and basically fry your brain when you just woke up. And like those two like steps like deteriorate your brain health, your brain function, and your mental health, and you don't even realize it, how destructive those habits are. And one final habit would be to disable certain features on your phone, to like make the access more difficult. For example, you can, instead of putting like the Face ID and shit, you can put like a password instead, and that makes it more difficult to access your phone and the social media apps, and like it takes longer to get there, and you're kind of lazy and stuff, and you might actually think twice about opening your phone. There's also things like the fingerprint sensor, so don't add like the Face ID or the fingerprint. Just make it so that you need to actually put a password instead. You can also disable like features like raise to wake up your phone. That's also pretty distracting, especially like when you're doing work and you put your phone like right beside you, and like randomly your phone like lightens up even though like you didn't touch it. That's distracting. You can disable that. And yeah, those are pretty much the steps that I use right now in my daily life to not get distracted and not use social media much, or pretty much not at all. And what this does is basically it allows you to have more like free mental bandwidth to actually work on the important tasks, to define your goals and work on your purpose. And then I find that incredibly rewarding, because you actually take the time to think about your life, and you're not living someone else's life. You're actually thinking about what you want to do with your life. And I find that most people nowadays don't take the time to do so because of like distractions, and they feel like pressured by a superior form of authority to like get something done, or like follow the society. And for some people, like they may like that, but for a minority of people, they feel like that's not the way they want to live. So yeah, I find that incredibly beautiful. And when you liberate those mental bandwidth, yeah, you can work on your goals and find out what you want to do with your life. You can take significant action and actually create and implement a daily routine. And I find that like incredibly important nowadays, because what do most people do when they don't have like a job or go to school? Like they don't actually like have anything planned out, so they're just like going through the motions and drifting around in life. And like at the end of the day, like they feel like shit because they haven't accomplished anything that's like slightly significant. So yeah, when you turn off social media or like use less of it, you can take the time to think about how to plan your day, and you'll actually feel like productive, and you feel like you've accomplished something amazing. and like the rewards just stack up every day. A final thing, when you use less of social media and those distracting apps, uh, you'll actually learn how to be a conscious social media user, and you'll actually understand that in the end, like when you really take time to think about it and dive deep down, you don't actually need those apps like to live. Like the only reason I can think of that you actually need those apps is to like promote your business, but like 99% of people don't even have a business or haven't thought about making a business, so that's like pretty much irrelevant for them. But and you're probably one of them too, but that's the thing. If you can like use less of social media, you can actually start thinking about working on what you want, and that may be a business, so that you can become financially independent and free of the system that we have nowadays in the Western world and all over the world. You can also learn how to use social media to make people learn and like have ideas, or you want to inspire people to accomplish something, you know. Like nowadays social media, there's mostly just like entertainment content, and that doesn't do anything to your brain, and it just makes you like feel lazy like after you turn off like your social media. So those are like some of the things that how you can use social media productively without like frying your brain. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. It's a nice view, isn't it? Anyways, if you have a social media addiction and you're struggling to quit, you can buy my coaching program down below, where I will help you quit social media and or learn how to use it mindfully. Disconnect from technology to reconnect with your life. See ya.